Welcome back to Let's Replay NWN2 Mask of the Betrayer. This is Big Los, and we are in the city of Mulsantir in the bazaar. I just sold a bunch of items so that we won't have so much weight in this greater magic bag. What is it now? It's only 4.2 pounds. Remember, it was like 40-something pounds. So we sold about 90% of the stuff that was in there. Well, 90% of the weight. Alright. So I think I said we were going to go into the Veiled Theater, and then we were going to open up that treasure chest that we couldn't open up last time because Kaji got killed. Oh, here's one more thing. I haven't noticed this before, so I'm thinking I'm going to point out. Hey, look, it's the bodies of Ipsit and Sephi. I thought they were dismembered. It looks like all of their limbs are still on their bodies. Well, at least they put the dead homunculi on there just for added effect. Just so you know they're dead. I wonder if Sophia actually had the power to bring them back to life if she really wanted to. I know it's not possible in the game, but I'm talking about if, let's say we were running a pen and paper campaign and Sophia was one of the characters playing, would she be able to reanimate them? I don't know. Oh, looks like I went too far, didn't I?
Yes?
Ah, you're actually pretty close. Alright, let's go to this chest. And it is trapped. So we get 54 XP for unlocking the trap, or unlocking the chest, and then we have to disarm the trap. Let's see if we can get it in one shot. Alright, so we get 100 XP for that.
Yes.
Alright, so we get 882 gold pieces and Boots of Hardiness plus 3. Well, we already have a couple of people wearing this. We have Janik wearing that.
Yes.
We have Sophia wearing that.
Yes.
I gave the dragon slippers to Kaelyn the Dove because she has Ephraim's stag helm. This gives a constitution bonus of +4, which was being duplicated by the Boots of Striding, so I took those off. I think we can give these to Gann because I took the dragon slippers off of him.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll give him the Boots of Hardiness. That way he also has an AC increase to his dodge.
Yes?
Alright. Now we haven't rested yet. All of our buffs have worn off, pretty much. But it's been more than 8 hours, so I think we are entitled to a rest. We just can't do it in here. Let's see if you can unlock this door. No specific key is required. Okay, so we're gonna have to go through the portal in the back and then through the door. So I'll just meet you back on the other side. Alright, back outside of the Veil, rested up, put on some buffs. So now let's go into the Sloop over here, and we'll find that there is a new patron at the bar. So we'll go talk to him. By the stars of the heavens, what is this vision before me? A bird, flown straight from the heavens to our tiny theater, I think. She is a vision that has chosen to grace us with our presence. Such a gift. You have me at a disadvantage, gentlemen. What do you mean? I suffer, Priestess of Ilmater, but it is no small suffering. It is my heart that aches greatly, and only your gentle touch can soothe it. Please, a kind word, lass, a fetching glance, and we shall be restored. I don't know of what you speak. Leave be, you oafs, and perhaps you should fish your brains from your trousers before they get you into trouble. Huh. Clive the Dandy.
Greetings and well met.
'Tis nearly time for our play, just as soon as I finish this drink, and maybe another after that. Huh. Alright, so next to the proprietor, Vladik, are Shelvedar Nuum from outside and his two assistants here.
'Tis a long day.
Can't wait to leave this cursed country, truth be told.
I greet you.
Chatter at Shelvedar if you like. I have a mug of ale to drain, and another dozen after this one.
Yes? Hello?
Janik, join us. Gullin, Vink, spare some room. It's our friend for the road, don't you remember? Nay, but we remember the mud well enough, and the ache in our shoulders from getting your cursed wagon unstuck. You'll have to pardon my comrades. They are dour company at the best of times, but uncommonly loyal to my purse. Did you manage to free your wagon after all? Happily, yes, and just before the spirits arrived. A rare stroke of luck, I assure you. And since luck is inevitably followed by terrible misfortune, I reason, why not greet my misfortune in a drunken stupor? Gullin and Vink don't bother to argue, so here we are. This place seems lively. For myself, I attribute the pleasant atmosphere to the lack of witches, and I find the locals far more palatable when drunk. If you could wait for the actors to sober up, I hear they're playing an especially vulgar performance of the Fat Wizard's Wench. Although you may be waiting for some time, Clive the Dandy has turned a disturbing shade of green, and I think I heard one of the others vomiting in a back room. What can you tell me about the patrons here? Scoundrels and rogues, every one. Drink enough to pass out, and they will kindly relieve you of your purse, your pants, and occasionally your hair, if the actors are in need of a wig. What about the owner? A colorful fellow, he calls himself Vladik, though I suspect he has traded freely in names, almost as freely as he trades in tales. His wife is Zora, the handsome woman over yonder. Comment on her tusks if you must, but do so at your own risk. And leave my name out of it. Do you have any goods to sell? None at all, I'm happy to say. I wholeheartedly detest my line of work, as any reasonable person should. I am never happy until my wagon is empty. Whether or not my purse is full matters little to me, but considerably more to Gullin and Vink, who prefer not to pay for their own drinks. Aye, 'tis true, eh, Vink? Farewell. And to you, my friend, my table is yours, whenever you see fit to make it so. Alright, we'll be talking with you again shortly, but first, we're going to go into this back room over here. And in the corner, a shadow portal is open. So we're going to see where it leads to. We were barred from entering the docks in Shadow Mulsantir by a large door. But here we can get through. And we'll find out why this way was barred. We'll never be able to open this door. Ah, looks like there's something over here that we could loot. A dirt mound.
Yes?
Oop.
I will.
I don't want to get too far. I want to have you summon an elemental swarm. They last quite a while. There we go.
Yes?
Perhaps
Yes.
Janet can put some stone skin on it. Yeah, why don't we increase its armor class? Why don't we increase it some more? So its armor class is 38. That's pretty good considering Janix
Yes.
is 38 when he doesn't have improved combat expertise engaged. Alright. So do I have greater heroism prepared? I do not. How about regular heroism? Nope, that means I can't increase my skill checks. That kind of sucks. That means I'm not going to get the free XP here. Hey, what's all this? Has Shelvedar gone and hired more lugs? What happened to Gullin and Vink? They're dead. Is Shelvedar hired me in their place. This is a bluff and we're gonna fail this. No, that billy goat wouldn't hire some foreign lout, not without asking me first. I say you're Whitefeather's spy, or worse, you blundered here on a whim, while Nuum was guzzling ale. Bad luck for him. And for you. Okay. Now is the perfect time for Wail of the Banshee. Tell Flemar, Shadow Master. Okay, well, let's see how you guys handle saves versus death.
Krikos nomines takash!
You mouth-breathing, corpse-loving, inbred scum!
Alright, let's have you summon a Mordenkainen's sword. You can put that right there. Oh, what happened to your guy? What happened to your elemental swarm? Game? I'm thoroughly pissed off when you do stuff like that. I wasted a casting that. And a casting of stone skin and improved mage armor and spider skin.
You mouth-breathing,
Enemies have fallen
corpse-loving,
upon
inbred
us.
scum!
Alright, so you're doing smite evil.
On your guard. Foes approach.
Yeah, well, we got 141 XP for killing some of these people. Looks like several of them have failed their saves. Ivan Borsk succeeded narrowly. So did this guy, this Shadow Master. Well, it's a good thing that we can penetrate their spell resistance. Alright. Who's still alive? This guy? Let's try Finger of Death.
Krikos nomines takash!
Alright, we got 649 XP. You didn't say versus that one. No, you rolled a 6. Good one. Is anyone still alive? Oh, yeah, this one is. Why don't you say versus a phantasmal killer?
Putos Nicoleska!
It doesn't say what happened. It doesn't say if he made a save or not. Well, well, well. We're gonna have to try something else. Oh, I forgot to put that on.
The spirits of Rashomon.
Let's get some extra hit points.
This one needs to be adjustment used with blades.
Oh, I missed. I rolled a 3. Well, should we petrify him? Or should we just wait?
The spirits of Rashomon.
Alright, so we got some gold in that treasure bag. What about this one over here? Some more gold. Over 3,000 total. Oh, another treasure bag. 841 gold. Keep trying to click on Ivan Force, but the elemental keeps getting in the way. Alright. Almost 5,000 gold. A brown dragon shield. I guess we could sell this since nobody can use the power shield. Alright, he's finally dead. Thanks, Gann. This is a letter from Ivan Borsk. This letter is adorned with several half-finished runes, probably protective enchantments, which the author never had time to complete. The message reads as follows. To Grandmaster Finlothlir in Teflam, Our journey from Thesk was uneventful, and we have established ourselves in Mulsantir as ordered. Our spy, Shelvedar Nuum, has proved helpful, and I commend your wisdom in sending him to prepare the way for us. He enjoys his role as a local wag and drunkard overmuch, though I suppose it endears him to these savage folk. As expected, the boundaries with the Plane of Shadow are weak in Mulsantir. We have used this fact to our advantage, setting up a refuge near the ferry landing. Several of the prominent merchants have been informed of our presence. We have begun collecting fees as a price of doing business without incident. Incredibly, these ignorant brutes have no existing guild of thieves or assassins, so our operations in Mulsantir should proceed unopposed. When you receive this letter, please dispatch the additional agents we discussed. Once they arrive, I will see that local officials, such as the ferrymaster, a brute of orcish descent, are replaced with our own people. Your servant, Ivan Boris, Guildmaster of Shadow, Mulsantir. Well, I think we should confront Shelvedar with this news. The letter names the merchant Shelvedar Nuum as a Shadow Master spy and collaborator. Armed with this evidence, you could confront Shelvedar directly. No, I think that means we will confront him directly. 403 gold. We get another bag over here with 577, and there's a dirt mound over here with over 7,300 gold pieces. Create greater undead. That's a great spell. I love that one. Mass inflict critical wounds. We'll have to give that one to Kaelyn. Let's give this one to you.
Yes.
Can you use it? No. How about you?
Yes.
Oh, you could use it. Oh, that is a cleric spell. Maybe we should prepare that.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright, I think we've done all we can here. Nothing else really to explore. Just another little side quest in the Plane of Shadow. Let's go back to the sloop, and then we're going to confront Shelvedar with this revelation. Janek, let me buy you a drink. They say that generosity makes one wealthy and friends. And since I am poor and all else, I will take what I can. I encountered some friends of yours, Shelvedar, in the Shadow Plane. What? And I found a letter, addressed to a guildmaster in Thesk. It seems that you are a spy. I see. Are you trying to blackmail me, or do you intend to leave me bloody on the floor? Bloody on the floor, and I'll bring your head to the witches. And that shifts us 1 point towards evil. I love it. I thought as much. My fortunes are nothing if not consistent. Alright, so what are we going to cast on these guys without destroying things around here? Just you wait. You'll pay. Yeah. Alright, let's turn this guy to stone.
Whose trollid were puro.
I shall do so.
Let's try to do slay living on this guy right here. Let's tell this thing to attack.
Shall we indulge ourselves?
And Sophia, I think, still has some destruction spells. Or no, disintegrate, that's it. What did he save? Man, he just made that save. Well, I guess Kaelyn's Slay Living didn't really do very much on this guy. This guy should be stoned now.
Danger approaches. Be on your guard.
Why don't you try disintegrating him again? Well, we have disintegrate of our own. Let's try it out.
Who's trolling with puro?
Oh yeah. Can't say versus that, can you? Oh, this guy tried to slay the air elemental. Good job. Alright, what else are we gonna cast here? How about Firebrand?
Tarenre masanabok.
Half-minded
The hell are
soil
you
tiller.
doing?
Dreamless wretch.
Well, looks like all we have left is Shelvedar himself, who's a statue. Wow, we get a lot of XP for killing these guys. 247. What about the other guy? Yep, same thing. One and the same, I guess.
I will lead now. Follow.
Well, we could leave this guy as a statue. Or we could shatter him into pieces. Why don't we do that? Well, first let's do it with a melee weapon. What? We can't attack this guy now?
The waking world is done with you.
You're kidding me. So what, he's just gonna stay as a statue then, huh? Although the Shadow Masters are dead, Sheva Whitefeather may be interested to see their letter and to learn of their plans. Confronted Shelvedar Nuum with the letter you found at the Shadow Master campsite, identifying him as a spy. The encounter ended in violence.
Yes. In Akachi's name.
So we can't
Shooting
attack
of
him?
this with you.
Am I understanding this correctly? Because I want the XP. Maybe we could hit it with... We can't even hit it with a missile storm? Really?
Tarenre masanabok.
How about an area of an effect spell? Like a flame strike?
Yes.
How about that? Well, let's move everybody away
You
first.
have need of me?
Yes.
Yes?
Jesus, we stop hanging around, Sophia?
To me, my allies, I shall lead.
Ario Avoko.
Yeah, he's near death now. We need to do it again. Unfortunately, I had one of those prepared.
Yes?
You don't have any flame darts or anything. How about a vitriolic sphere?
Yes.
Let's just dissolve him. Like right there.
Er kromis poje.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. 433 XP for killing him. So we didn't break him into bits, we just dissolved his statue into nothingness, I guess. It's still kind of there, though. Look. We just can't click on it anymore. Well, we can't click on the other guys either. See, that's what I wanted, the XP. I'm wondering if I could have just left him in a petrified state and then come back for his spirit after we get that ability. That's a good question. Unfortunately, we won't be able to answer it. And we can't go out now. You made trouble again, and you're gonna pay. There's an extra charge for fighting in here, whether you break anything or not. So for that, you're gonna pay 500 gold. Well, that's just extortion. But we don't have a choice. As you wish. It's your 500 gold. Don't make trouble or you'll pay. Should have had someone with some bluff like Kaelyn. Well, she doesn't really have any bluff, but she has charisma. Alright. Now, like the journal stated, we could go talk to Sheva Whitefeather about that. And we'll probably gain XP. Although we are kind of far away from leveling up again. Oh wait, we're going the wrong way. Don't want to leave that
Yes?
way. We'll have you do it because you go 20% faster because of your wings. We also need to go into the Death Gods. Well, no, that's not the Death Gods vault. This is the Temple of Kelemvor. My bad. And maybe we could go in here too and talk to people. But I think we'd be better off resting before we do that. Alright, now in here, this is the Temple of the Witches. There's 3 statues here. There's one of Mieliki. There's one here of Shantia. There's one here of Mistra. Now, on the Shadow Plane, these statues are of the evil gods like Malar and Baal. And I don't think I've looked at them, but I will once we go back there. Oh yeah, there's also a dirt mound over here. Let's go get it first. Don't want to miss out on anything. Hey, a magic wand and 803 gold pieces. This is a wand of summoning. We'll give that to Gann. You're good at summoning things. Sort of.
I will lead now. Follow.
Alright, so let's talk to these witches. I guess first we'll talk to Kazimika Vadoy.
Greetings and well met.
What sin did you commit, foreigner, to rouse the bear god's fury? You will not hide your secret for long, I assure you. The bear god still roars for your blood, foreigner. Why do you stand on our sacred ground? I discovered a nest of Shadow Master spies in your city. They were working with the merchant Shelvedar Nuum. I took this letter from their camp. Yes, I heard about the trouble at the inn. Kazimika has never trusted Nuum. But then, Kazimika trusts few, as you all know. You risked yourself on our behalf, Janek. For that, we are all grateful. Once in place, it would have been difficult to dislodge the guild. Hey, we get 3,500 XP. I wonder why we get 3,500 separately. And we get a Triune shield. Here, a sign of our thanks. And we will keep a more diligent watch for the Shadow Masters and their agents. I promise you that. This is your temple? And those statues, the goddesses Shantia, Mieliki, and Mistra? So, you know them. Kazimika thinks you a mere barbarian, but I am beginning to believe you are something more. My people know those goddesses by different names, foreigner, different masks. Take Shantia, for example. Here, she is called Bala. That was also her name in ancient days when she roamed wild across the world. And that is the name, the mask that we revere. So the gods have different masks in this land, different personalities. A person or a god becomes the mask he wears, but he cannot truly escape what lies beneath. In the end, there must be a reckoning between them. One must overcome the other. All things arise from such struggles between identities, in the world without, and in our tiny worlds within. What do you know about the bear god Oku? He is an old god, last of the great beast lords whose forefathers spoke the words of men and ran free with Bala's pack. Beyond that, I know little. Let's try diplomacy. If there's anything else you know, it might help me resolve the situation without damaging the spirits of the land. Failure. I know nothing more of the bear god foreigner. Spirits whisper many rumors, but I do not betray their confidence, not even to my sisters. Kaelyn is intervening with her diplomacy. If he can help us understand the bear god, we might reason with him and resolve this without spilling any blood. I have told you what I know of the bear god celestial. Spirits whisper rumors amongst themselves, and I have heard those whispers on the breeze. Some of them say that the bear god struck a bargain with an eater of souls, that he swore an oath, and this oath cost him and his people dearly. But the whispers of spirits are never to be simply believed. They are echoes of truths, reflections of things seen through mist and dream. Does this temple sell goods or supplies? Yes, Katya is responsible for barter and coin. So let's go talk to Katya. Alright, Katya. For as long as Sheva approves, I am permitted to trade with you from our stores if you wish. Would you care to see what we could sell you? Yes, show me what you have for sale. Alright. Look how expensive this Cloak of Fortification plus 5 is. 116,688 gold pieces. However, we could get these, the Boots of the Sun Soul plus 5. Unfortunately, this would decrease our total hit points, because we would be de-equipping the Boots of Hardiness. But I think it might be worth it for 2 extra points of armor class. So we'll take it. And our use magic device is allowing us to equip these things, even though only monks can do it. There we go. Armor class 37 base. What is this? Mistrin Belt of Priestly Might. Plus 2 to deflection. Plus 4 to strength. Only usable by good. This would be good for Kaelyn. If not that she was having these effects duplicated anyway. Weapons. Weapons of these particular gods. Scimitar Muliki, Scythe of Shantia. Shuriken of Mistra. Shuriken of Mistra, what does this do? It's plus 7, wow. Ah, scrolls. Greater planar binding. That might be useful to have an extra casting of that laying around. Ah, some more potions of heal. Let's take them. Never know when you might need some more potions. Aim in the natural armor plus 5, parry up to wisdom plus 5. Those are kind of interesting. Ah, here we go. Coin of life. We never know when we're going to need that. Brooch of shielding. I'm tempted to buy this, but it is quite pricey. Gem of brightness. Ah, a bunch of healer's kits. Yes, we can always use these things. Let's buy the plus 10 varieties. She has unlimited plus 6s. And we'll buy all the plus 3s and the plus 1s. And we could buy some recipes. I think we already have some of these already. Cloak of Fortification. Plus 3, yeah, that's kind of a good one. I guess we'll take that. I wish she had one for Mithril Heavy Shield. She probably doesn't, though. I think we've bought most of these. Mithril Full Plate. Yeah, we already have that one. No Heavy Shield, though. Yep, that's about it. There's only one more store in this game, really. Actually, there's two. But there's only one more in this country, I should say. Okay, after having looked at that, let's go down here. There's stuff over here that we haven't looked at. Whenever we go in here, this Telter badger will try to follow us. We can actually provoke it into becoming something greater than itself. We have a +1 hand axe and +2 throwing axes. Can you use those?
Yes.
You can. Guess we'll put those over there.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We got this weird shield. Where did it go? Not that one. That's the brown dragon shield. The triune shield. We'll give that to Kaelyn. We'll put this in the greater magic bag.
Yes.
We're gonna combine this with Elemental's Ruin. I sold the +4 mace. This is actually a better combination for her, I think. See how our AC goes up to 42? That's pretty good.
You have need of me?
And there is another dirt mound. In it, 674 gold pieces. Alright, so I think that just leaves the Temple of Kelemvor over here. We haven't gone in yet. So, let's check this place out. This is Derovik.
Well met.
This is the Temple of Kelemvor, the current Lord of the Dead.
Kaelyn the Dove, what brings you to our gates? It was not my choice, Priest of Kelemvor. I had thought as much. To come here, your need must be great. I need nothing from Kelemvor, which is for the best. I fear the consequences should your god act. Change is not as easy as it may seem to your eyes, Kaelyn, and to enact change through violence. Violence was never my weapon. Not in service to Kelemvor, and not now. Change is easier than you would think, and far better than the alternative. Kaelyn, please listen. Where one ritual is cast down, another may arise, worse than the first. It is not our place to question Kelemvor in this. Kelemvor is your god, not mine. I dwell in the House of Ilmater now. I am no longer one of your doom guides, giving false hope to those who have led honest lives. You cannot counsel me in this. Speak with the one I follow, if you will, but you and I shall share no more words on this. Very well. Peace to you, stranger. This is the House of Kelemvor. As you must now know, a house of solace open to all, regardless of their faith. I found an ancient vault in the Plane of Shadow. It stood on the site of this very temple. Did you? Perhaps it is a relic abandoned in the days when Merkel was god of the dead. He was a jealous and suspicious god, prone to keeping secrets. I discovered a locked gate leading to the lower level of the vault. I was told that Merkel's high priest held the key. I am the first priest of the dead to serve here in many long years, and that is only because Kelemvor saw the need of these people and called me hence. Merkel's priesthood has been gone from here since his godhood was usurped briefly by Cyric, and then granted later to Kelemvor. When Cyric's followers sacked Merkel's vault, they murdered all of his priests and monks. The high priest of Mulsantir was hurled alive into the crematorium furnace. And we'll do lore. Merkel was killed, was he not? He was slain by the goddess Mystra in the skies above Waterdeep. As you say, it happened during the time of troubles when gods walked the prime. To us, it was merely the changing of one face for another. Death stays always the same, does it not? Men will always die and cry for comfort, no matter who waits to judge their faith. I'd like to ask you about something else. Of course. In Kelemvor's house, I am happy to serve. What is that wall that surrounds your temple? There are tortured human figures etched into the stone. It is only a stone carving. The witches would have us tear it down, for it frightens children and beasts. Fear was never our intent, but such a wall should not be torn down, not even as a symbolic gesture. Our wall stands as a symbol of another, greater wall, the wall of the faithless. It is a reminder that the greatest sin is to be without any faith at all. I want to talk more about Kelemvor and his faith. We believe that death is not to be feared. It is a comfort, an end of suffering, a new beginning. We are guides, comforting the dying and shepherding them to their final judgment. Many choose to spend their final days here, and we serve them all. What of Kelemvor himself? He is a new god, is he not? He is a new face, yes, but death has warned many. Before Kelemvor there was Sirik, and before him was Merkel, and others before that. Kelemvor is fair and welcoming to all. Merkel was vengeful, and he wished his priests to be feared. Each face is a little different, but death is always the same. So it is with many things, love, betrayal, hunger, many faces but the same essence within. You serve those who do not worship Kelemvor? We do. Faith is all we require, faith in any god. What of those who worship evil gods? You treat them the same as everyone else? Of course. They have followed their gods. Have they not? Kelemvor will judge them only by their faith, and so must we. Why is it so important to have faith in a god? Are deeds in this life not enough? What do gods provide for us? Favor in life, eternal solace in death. What do we provide for the gods? Their very existence is fueled by our worship. It is a compact, life for life, that forms the foundation of our world and all the planes. To defy that order is to negate everything. The world, the gods, yourself. That is why faithlessness is the greatest sin of all. You spoke of final judgment. What did you mean? At the gates of the city of judgment, souls are said to gather, awaiting Kelemvor's verdict. His eyes rest upon each in turn, measuring their faith, and pronouncing them worthy to pass onward to the realms of their gods. Some have betrayed their faiths and are judged false. They are doomed to serve forever in the city of judgment, each according to his means. And for those of no faith, who scoffed at the gods and went their own way, they are judged faithless. Their souls are mortared into a living, screaming wall. Do you perform services here as well? We pray when prayer will give comfort, and we collect the bodies of the dead, those of foreign birth, who are not claimed by the witches. Many die upon the Golden Way, alone, and in a land that is strange to them. We receive their bodies and tend them according to the customs that they know. Then we recite the passings, so that Kelemvor might watch for them and pronounce their final judgment. I'd like to ask you about something else. Of course. In Kelemvor's house, I am happy to serve. You sell any goods here? No, we do not trade in coin. Our needs are few, and easily filled by whatever gifts the dead bestow upon us. The dying put their offerings in their pockets, to be claimed when they are gone. Other offerings are brought by the living. Some ask a prayer or a blessing in return, but most slip quietly before our altar, speak what words they will, and leave gifts in their wake. I want to talk more about Kelemvor and his fate. We believe that death is not to be feared. It is a comfort and end to suffering and a new beginning. I think we've already read this. I'd like to ask you about something else. That's it. Farewell. This is Yusef the acolyte.
Hi there.
Peace, stranger.
Your gods.
Is there something you need from me? What do you do here? I'm an acolyte of Kelemvor, but I've only recently arrived. My family sent me to join the faith. You may find the road your family has set for you on to be most... You may find the road your family has set you on to be unfulfilling. Things are still new to me, and somewhat disappointing. Disappointing in what way? I had thought the study of necromancy was permitted, even encouraged, yet it seems that Kelemvor now views necromancy as an abomination. The previous gods of the dead had no such restrictions, and I had thought that Kelemvor would, well, retain the viewpoint of his predecessors. Why do you want to study necromancy? Our lives are so short, our bodies so frail, and yet there's so much out there to learn, to experience. Is it so wrong to try to extend our lives, even for a little while? I see nothing wrong with wanting to live forever. I'm pleased you agree. Davrik would likely frown upon such a belief, so beware. What does he think about your studies? He's aware of my interests and disapproves of them, but he's done nothing to stop me. How have your studies gone? Poorly. What lore available to me here in the temple is vague and of little use. Is there anything I could do to help? If you come across any necromantic lore, I'd be interested in examining it. I heard mention of a great vault of lore at the Death God's temple in Mulsantir, but they must be mistaken if they're referring to this place. No, they're talking about the one in Shadow Mulsantir. Alright, let's explore a little further, and then we might end the episode a little early this time.
Yes?
We might need you to pick some locks. Ah, bedroom door. Yes, pick this lock. See if any of these are trapped over here. Doesn't look like it.
Yes.
Haha! It's over 6,500 gold pieces. Nah, over 980 in there. 779. 6 potions of heal and over 1,100. 3 gems and over 1,800 gold. And over 2,200 gold in that one. No, we're not robbing the place. Don't worry.
Yes.
See if there's traps in here. No, I guess they don't believe in traps.
Yes.
Wow, over 7,600 gold. Ring of Holiness. We'll probably give that to Kaelyn. And the Ancient Servant. I think Kaelyn has a better amulet than that. Grey Robe of the Archmagi. Only neutrals can wear this. But our used magic device allows us to wear it. However, our regular robe of the Archmagi is much better. Gives us spell resistance 20. However, due to some bug, sometimes it says that we have spell resistance 0. We'll just put that in there for safekeeping. What about in here? Anything? No? Let's try to talk to you again. Why you people insist in casting rituals before unhearing stones is beyond my understanding. At least when I cry out, the spirits of Rashomon answer, with a fury greater than any god. So you are without faith then. To the spirits of Rashomon, I have faith. In your statues and rituals, I think not. That is your right, of course, but I fear that perhaps what awaits you after this life, there is a place reserved for the faithless. He speaks truly, unjust though the punishment is. I'm not one of your wide-eyed cattle that fears plainer depths where eternal fires burn, where bodies are churned within the maws of beasts leagues wide, or a wall where all the faithless of the realms scream, cry for release, but are locked forever in each other's clutches, with no god to cry to for mercy upon their lips. Imagine never sleeping, never dreaming, always awake, aware and without hope. That is what awaits you. Do you mean the wall of the faithless? A wall? What nonsense are you threatening me with? He threatens me, that is all. It is nothing new in my experience. Do not threaten you, shaman. That was never my intent. But there is such a place, and I hope that you never find yourself there. And I hope I do not need to listen to your tales of woe, priest. Your hopes and dreams are gray enough. Janik, how much longer must we remain within this grave of a temple? The priest can explain the wall better than I think. The Wall of the Faithless is a structure that encircles the city of judgment, the city of the dead. It is an abomination, an edifice intended to punish mortared with dead souls. If you pay respect to no god, it is what awaits you after death. Your soul becomes part of the wall. And what happens to it then? It is absorbed. You cease to exist as an individual, and you join with the wall. So it's destroyed. No, but your identity, your consciousness ceases to exist. It is simply a second death to follow the first, whether deserved or not. And it is a slow death and a difficult one. The wall has a hunger. It eats away at the consciousness, the memory, and finally the soul. Twisted dreams, delusions, false promises. I assure you, priest, such a place is not my destination. Though when your eyes close, I may twist your dreams so that you may see the absurdity of such a place. If we go with this one, we're going to lose influence with Gann. There's worse hells to imagine. And we gain some influence with Gann. Indeed, with imagine, its emphasis. Dream what you will in your tiny walls, priest, but be sure you can separate our world from your fever dreams. It is a difficult thing to accept, and it is not my desire to force anything upon you. If you ever wish to speak more at a time when another shows you the truth of such an edifice, then I will be here. Let's see if we can ask you anything else about Kelemvor. No. Okay. Well, so much for that. Alright, so we've accomplished a little bit in this episode. Went through Mulsantir, talked to the witches, explored the Temple of Kelemvor, learned a little bit about Kelemvor and his faith, took some of the loot from the temple, and we exposed the spies, Shelvedar Nuum, killed him, and then got XP from the witches for that. By the way, why did we get 3,500 XP? Let me check real quick. XP granted for eradicating the Shadow Master presence in Mulsantir. 500 and then 3,000. Lost item letter from Ivan Borsk. I'm not sure why we got two different things of XP, but I don't know. I'm kind of for it. Alright, so I think what would be next would be to explore the Ice Troll Lodge. So, what will we find in there? Will we be able to... well, I don't know. What did we do in here last time? There was like some trials and stuff in there, right? With the berserkers. Like cold endurance. I don't think I'll be able to pass any of those tests. But will we? Find out next time. This is Big Los signing off. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. And Tango Mundia.